Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. As you can see, I have a little friend here today. This is Bella. This is my dog. Okay, so you guys already met Sloan last week, right? So this is Bella. She might stay here the whole time with us. She might get up and go explore the outside since we're sitting out on the patio today. All right, so good morning. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone is having a fantastic morning and we are ready to get to work on our school stuff today. So what we're going to do today is I want you guys to go back into the life cycle of a butterfly, and you're going to read The Life in an Egg and Hungry Caterpillar. So you're going to read those two sections, okay? So if you want me to read it to you, you guys can go to yesterday's video and rewatch just those two sections, okay? Or if you want to read it, that is fine. You can go on my own, or you can just pull up the PDF with the book in it, okay, that I posted. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to read those two sections again, and I want you to tell me what each of those sections was trying to teach us. What was the main topic? What was it mostly about? So Life in an Egg, what was that mostly about, that section, okay? And then I think you have to tell me 3 facts, okay, about what you learned, and then go on to the Life as a Caterpillar, is that what it's called? Yep, Hungry Caterpillar. So then read Hungry Caterpillar, and then again, tell me 3 facts that you learned while reading that section, okay? So when we're looking for main topic, remember it's what the section is mostly about, okay, or what it is trying to teach us. So I want you to figure out what the main topic is. Give me 3 facts for each section, all right? So that's 6 facts total, right? 2 main ideas, yep. Okay, so once you're done with that, I need you guys to get 30 minutes of iReady reading on, okay? And then you are going to have a writing assignment to do today. So your writing assignment's posted under discussion, and it is to ask anyone in your house what their least favorite chore is. Okay? So what is their least favorite thing to do around the house? And then I want you to do it. Okay? And then I want you to tell me what it was like for you to do it. Do you also think it's your new least favorite chore, or did you not mind it as much? And I want you to tell me how it made you feel to be so helpful to your family. Okay? All right, good. So that's what you're going to do today. You're going to reread that book, or go back to yesterday's video so I can read it to you. You're going to tell me what the main topic and 3 facts were for each section. Then you're going to do your iReady reading, 30 minutes, and then do a chore for someone in your house and tell me how it made you feel. Okay? So those are 4 things that you're going to do. All right, I am going to read today. I have our books out here. Oh, and Bella looks like she's ready to listen to a story. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and see where we left off. And remember, Squanto just said that he knew Jack and Annie. Is that true? I don't think so. It's okay, though. We'll keep reading and see what happens. Chapter 4, We Fish. Annie grinned. "Good day, Squanto," she said. "Good day, Annie," said Squanto, and he smiled at her. And Jack. Jack was too surprised to speak. Why did Squanto say he remembers us? He wondered. Is he mistaking us for 2 other kids? Captain Standish looked surprised too, but Governor Bradford smiled warmly. "'Tis a wonder," he said. "We all welcome all the small folks send to us. Children are a gift from God, no matter where they came from." That's a nice way of looking at things, Jack thought. Just then a boy ran up. "Chief Massot is here with 90 men," he shouted, and a boy pointed to a long line of men walking near the path of corn. Chief Massot walked ahead of the others. His face was painted red, and he wore a fur robe and white beads. Governor Bradford, Captain Standish, and Squanto went to meet their visitors. "Mercy," a pilgrim woman whispered. All the pilgrims looked worried. "Art thou afraid?" Annie asked. "Oh, no," said Priscilla. "We invited Chief Massot and his men to harvest a feast. But we did not expect so many. We have not prepared enough food." Governor Bradford and Squanto spoke to the chief, and then Squanto led a number of men into the woods. Then Governor walked back to the pilgrims. "The Wamapeng men will hunt more deer, but we also must bring more food to the table. Priscilla, please tell the young folk what they must do." The grown-ups went back to the village as the pilgrim kids gathered around Priscilla. She told some to carry water or to set up tables. She told others to gather vegetables or hunt small animals. Once the kids were given their jobs, they rushed off to do them. Finally, only Jack and Annie and a small girl holding a big basket were left. Jack, would thou like to go fowling with the boys? Priscilla asked him and pointed to the group of boys who had just headed off with the dog. Jack stared at her in panic. What does she mean, he wondered. What's fowling? Annie asked. Thou dost not know, said the little girl. 'Tis hunting water birds, of course. Jack does not know how to do that, said Annie. 'Tis true. How dost thou eat and live? The little girl asked curiously. Jack froze. We catch fish, said Annie. We do, thought Jack. Ah, good, said Priscilla. Then I bid thee bring back as many eels and clams as thou can. We have near 150 mouths to feed. Priscilla took the basket from the small girl and gave it to Annie. We will see thee later, Priscilla said, waving. Mary and I must go help with the cooking. Jack said. But before he could ask any questions, Priscilla and the little girl started back to the village. Well, I don't think that Jack and Annie know really how to catch fish, especially because they don't have any fishing poles right now, right? So they might have just gotten themselves in a problem. All right, that's going to be it for the Magic Tree House today. And now we're going to read some of Charlotte's Web. Now remember, our Charlotte's Web, Charlotte and Templeton are going to the fair now, right? All right. Now then, there's no time to be lost. Wilbur will soon be put in the crate. Templeton and I must get in the crate right now and hide ourselves. The rat didn't waste a minute. He scampered over to the crate, crawled between the slats, and pulled straw up over him so he was hidden from sight. All right, said Charlotte. I'm next. She sailed into the air, let out a drag line, and dropped gently to the ground. Then she climbed to the side of the crate and hid herself in the knothole on the top of the board. The old sheep nodded. What a cargo, she said. That sign ought to say Zuckerman's famous pig and 2 stowaways. Look out, the people are coming, shouted the gander. Cheese it, cheese it, cheese it. The big truck with Mr. Arble and the wheel backed slowly down the barnyard. Lurvy and Mr. Zuckerman walked alongside, and Fern and Avery were standing in the body of the truck, hanging on to the sideboards. Listen to me, whispered the old sheep to Wilbur. When they open the crate and try to put you in, struggle. Don't go in without a tussle. Pigs always resist when they're being loaded. If I struggle, I'll get dirty, said Wilbur. Never mind that. Do as I say. Struggle. If you were to walk into the crate without resisting, Zuckerman might think you were bewitched. He'll be scared to go to the fair. Templeton poked his head through the straw. Struggle if you must, he said, but kindly remember that I'm hiding in this crate and I don't want to be stepped on or kicked in the face or pummeled or crushed in any way or squashed or buffed about or bruised or scarred or biffed. Just watch what you are doing, Mr. Radiant, when they get shoving you in. Be quiet, Templeton, said the sheep. Pull in your head. They're coming. Look radiant, Wilbur. Lay low, Charlotte. Talk it up, geese. The truck backed slowly into the pig pen and stopped. Mr. Arble cut the motor, got out, and walked to the rear, and lowered the tailgate. The geese cheered. Mrs. Arble got out of the truck. Fern and Avery jumped to the ground, and Mrs. Zuckerman came walking to the house. Everyone lined up at the fence and stood for a good moment, admiring Wilbur in the beautiful green crate. Nobody realized that the crate already contained a rat and a spider. That's some pig, said Mrs. Arble. He's terrific, said Lurvy. He's very radiant, said Fern, remembering the day he was born. Well, said Mrs. Zuckerman, he's clean anyway. The buttermilk certainly helped. Mr. Arble studied Wilbur carefully. Yes, he's a wonderful pig, he said. It's just hard to believe that he was the runt of the litter. You'll get some extra good ham and bacon, Homer, when it comes time to kill that pig. Wilbur heard these words and his heart almost stopped. I think I'm going to faint, he whispered to the old sheep, who was watching. Kneel down, whispered the old sheep. Let the blood rush to your head. Wilbur sank to his knees, and all the radiance gone. His eyes closed. Look, screamed Fern. He's fading away. Hey, watch me, yelled Avery, crawling on all fours to the crate. I'm a pig, I'm a pig. Avery's foot touched Templeton under the straw. What a mess, thought the rat. What fantastic creature boys are. Why did I let myself in for? The geese saw Avery in the crate and cheered. Avery, you get out of this crate this instant, commanded his mother. What do you think you are? I'm a pig, cried Avery, tossing handfuls of straw into the air. Oink, oink, oink. The truck's rolling away, Papa, said Fern. The truck, with no one at the wheel, had started to roll downhill. Mr. Arbel dashed to the driver's seat and pulled on the emergency brake, and the truck stopped. The geese cheered. Charlotte crouched and made herself so small in the knothole so Avery wouldn't see her. Come out at once, cried Mrs. Arbel. Avery, crawling out of the crate on hands and knees, making faces at Wilbur. Wilbur fainted away. The pig has passed out, said Mrs. Zuckerman. Throw water on him. Throw buttermilk, suggested Avery, and the geese cheered. Lurvy ran for a pail of water. Fern climbed into the pen and knelt beside Wilbur's side. He's sunstroke, said Zuckerman. The heat's too much for him. Maybe he's dead, said Avery. Come out of that pig pen immediately, cried Mrs. Arbel. Avery obeyed his mother and climbed into the back of the truck so he could see better. Lurvy returned with cold water and dashed it on Wilbur. Throw some on me, cried Avery. I'm hot too. Oh, keep quiet, hollered Fern. Keep quiet. Her eyes were brimmed with tears. Wilbur, feeling the cold water, came to. He rose to his feet while the geese cheered. He's up, said Mr. Arbel. I guess there's nothing wrong with him. I'm hungry, said Avery. I want a candied apple. Wilbur is all right now, said Fern. We can start. I want to take a ride in the Ferris wheel. Mr. Zuckerman and Mr. Arbel and Lurvy grabbed the pig and pushed him head first towards the crate. Wilbur began to struggle. The harder the men pushed, the harder he held back. Avery jumped down and joined in with the men. Wilbur kicked and thrashed and grunted. Nothing wrong with this pig, said Mr. Zuckerman cheerfully, pressing his knee against Wilbur's behind. All together now, boys. Shove! And with a final heave, they jammed him into the crate. The geese cheered. Lurvy nailed some boards across the end so Wilbur couldn't back out. Then, using all their strength, the men picked up the crate and heaved it aboard the truck. They did not know that under the straw was a rat, and inside the knothole was a big gray spider. They only saw a pig. Everybody in, called Mr. Arbel, and he started the motor. The ladies climbed in beside, and Mr. Zuckerman and Lurvy and Fern and Avery rode in the back, hanging on to the sideboards. The truck began to move ahead. The geese cheered, the children answered their cheer, and everyone went away to the fair. So I am curious to see what's going to happen at the fair now that everyone's going. And Wilbur, it sounds like they still might kill Wilbur. So hopefully Charlotte can still save him, right? All right, guys, that is going to be it for the reading today. Remember what you're supposed to do, okay? I'm excited to see what chores you guys are going to do and how you're going to help out around the house, all right? I'm about to go inside and ask my mom what her least favorite chore is so I can go do it too. All right, and it looks like Bella is over on a different chair now sleeping. She couldn't stay still for all the stories. She's a lot like you guys, right? On the carpet, sometimes towards the end of the chapter, you guys get a little squirrely too. All right, everybody have a great Tuesday, and I look forward to seeing your work, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.